going to do another crack at PMDG and a flight with the 737-600 from Vancouver to Calgary. I'm going to use live weather and live time. Okay, and all players to be shown online. I'm not going to bother with artificial live traffic. I'm just going to place myself in Vancouver ground. Apparently there's a few aircrafts here and there. Cool. Anyhow, I'm going to put myself in ramp 100. It's interesting that yesterday I had parks, gate 17. Interesting. Anyway, so what happened here? Gate 17 is on the other side. Well, let's just set ourselves here on gate 74. Why not? Okay, just confirm CYVR and gate 74 small. And that's all I'm going to do here. I'm not going to do anything on select arrival. Okay, so I'm just going to go and click on fly and wait for it to load. We're going to use SimBrief to generate the route, and that's about it for tools outside the flight sim. I'm going to bring that to the page here, and that's all we're going to do here. I'm going to call this KFL again, flight 600, depart from Vancouver CYVR to CYYC. Alternate, we're going to go Edmonton. That's going to be the default here. Aircraft Boeing 736. And let's generate that automatically. And we already have a default route here. Very good. Going down the line here on the page, select runway for departure, and here is the one of the suggested routes. There's 4 or 5 suggested routes here. Honestly, you can pick whatever is best for our flight. It's your choice. Now, let's see, first of all, the weather. It's already giving us a departure and arrival roadway suggestions, but let's see here the METAR. Vancouver, 17 knots, gusts 22. Sorry, gusting 22 at 310 degrees. So we are going to depart from runway 26 right or left. So if we zoom in here, do we have the runways? Yeah, we do. Based on our route, because it's more to the south of the airport, I think the best thing would be to take off from runway 26 left and would turn here and join the route. Okay, so 26 left it is. Can we change from VFR to IFR? Apparently not. Anyway, let's see this here. In Calgary, we have 180 at 11 knots. So 180, I lied. We're going to use 2 tools. SimBrief to generate the tool and Navigraph. So Navigraph, we're going to get familiarized with the arrival airport. This is from a previous flight. So instead of runway 8 right, can I switch it here? Flights, I would like to switch it, so I guess I have to remove it. Okay, remove and remove this departure and remove this runway. Come on. Are you gonna go away? Apparently not. And the runway. There we go. Cool. So Navigraph, we have here runway 26 left. We are right here on the apron. We're going to tax via Delta and then right Delta 5 or to the end of the airport. Okay, so zooming out. Let's go to Calgary. I'm sorry about my throat. So the winds are again 310, 180.11, so runway 17s. I am going to use 17 right, land. We will exit when we can. We turn on runway Charlie or taxiway Charlie all the way up to the north, crossing runway 2911, always on Charlie until the very end, and we turn right on Charlie 6 Hotel, Charlie 6, and then to one of these aprons. Okay, so that's going to be our plan. Back to our Navigraph here. Dipped, Petley, Menbo, Norette, and this is taking us to the south runways. We want to go to the north runways. So what we are going to do is we're going to leave this behind. Actually, can we do arrivals here? Find seats and stars. Okay. And apparently for arrivals in Calgary, we have these two. And apparently that's the one, but there's more. So let's leave this alone. Let's just memorize these guys, put this on a note, and let's go to Navigraph. So it is giving us Dapt, Petley, Menbo, correct. Q983, which is going to be an intersection or a airway, but we're not going to bother with that one. We're going to go to Norette, which is right here. Okay, but Norette is already part of the arrival. Okay, we want to go north somewhere to come to the north runways. So let's see what is available. Let's start building our flight on here on the left hand side. We're going to use all this information to carry to the aircraft. Runways available, we decided on 26 left right here to route. Departures, we decided on Vancouver 2 or Richmond 7. So if we do Richmond 7, let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what it is. So 2 and then turn left. I guess we could turn left to the VOR. Do not exceed 165 knots in climb until contact the departure at passing 4,000. Okay, so that's Richmond 7 vectors, runway 26 left. This is Georgia 6 departure, so it's more to go to the east, to the west and continue. And the Vancouver 2 is going to show, please, right here. Continuing straight, so unrecognized failure 5 minutes, blah blah blah, beyond blah blah blah, runway 69, proceed in course 5 minutes after 7600 and climb to flight plan altitude. So basically we could fly for 5 minutes until 7600 and then climb to flight plan, so our flight plan, and then turn to the VOR and continue. Richmond 7, let's read this one again. Proceed on course 5 minutes after sliding 7600 and climb to flight level, plan altitude. Set transponder 7600, maintain last assigned altitude, and turn direct to YVR VOR. Okay, we can do that, and hold inbound radius 260. Okay, let's use Richmond 7. Done. Okay, let's get out of the layer so you can see the map. Okay, and gonna remove the layer. There you go. And this is how it's gonna look like. Okay, so the Vancouver VOR is here. So I would right click on this and Vancouver VOR nav 8. That's going to be the one. I'm going to click on information and add route. And it's going to be before depth. There you go. And then we are way outside of the space Charlie, airspace Charlie there. And we're just going to go to depth. Okay, cool. And this is Boundary, oh, that's Abbotsford Airport, and Boundary Bay Airport, it's going to be somewhere here on the south, right here. We're gonna fly right over Boundary Bay. At this point, we should be at least 5,000 feet, if not higher. Okay. Let's go to Calgary. Approaches available, select, and let's do the same thing. So we decided on runway 17, okay, and that is this runway 11. So let's say ILS 17. We want 17 right, sorry. Okay, 17 right, please. That's a 17 right. I'm going to do a layer on the map. And that is 17 left, final 17 right. And 17 right, 17 right, final. We're going to use the ILS 17 right, so add to route. Cool. And then arrivals available. Select. And these are all the arrivals available. So I think we could use Mateer Flam 6 with transition advox. And what we're going to do on our flight plan in the aircraft is we're going to join Flam to SEPSO, and instead of doing this loop as the chart is doing, we're just going to go straight to SEPSO and into final. I don't think I can add it there, advox, because that's part of the Flam. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we have a plan. We know the runways. We know the winds. Let's check the altimeter here in Vancouver. The weather is gusting really badly, and current altimeter 2999. Temperature 0.8, dew point 0.8, so we are expecting some precipitation, okay, on departure. Let's go back to Calgary and let's do the same. Open airport, weather 18011 knots, and scattered 3 -7, -3 -7 for the dew point or temperature and dew point. So no precipitation yet, and 2990 is going to be the altimeter. Terminal area forecast, just see what's going to happen in the next couple hours. 16.6 knots, so no major changes on the winds. 27010 knots. There's a major wind here at 0500 AM UTC. So right now it's 3 AM. So in 2 hours there's going to be a shift in wind forecasted. We're gonna try to get there within the current forecast. See if we can avoid changing arrivals. All right, we are in the airplane, ready to fly. Things first, we're gonna go to we don't see anything, so let's at least go to the FMC to see if I can get the FMC going in total darkness. And if I click the menu key, okay, and I can go to FX actions, ground services, and request the GPU cart. And that way, when I go to the overhead, I know that this is ground power here. Good. And now over here somewhere, there's going to be the panel. And now if I go a little bit above, the other way around, I can do this. Okay, perhaps that's alright. Let's do the circuit breaker lights. Okay, now we can go down to the pedestal, please. What is the key for the pedestal? Help me out, help me out. Okay, on the bottom here there's another circular button. Come on, help me out. Perhaps this one? No, this one. Turn it to, there you go. And the floodlights. There we go. And now we have some sort of lights in the cockpit. We can also now turn on these lights here, floodlights, give a little bit of brightness to our life, make things easier. And we have ground power. Let's go back to the, oops, to the overhead, and position and strobes steady. Okay, that's all the lights we need at the moment. Just for fun, I'm gonna put this and that and that and look outside. How it looks like. There we go. Now we have some lights going on the wing and on the tail. And there's a light under on the wheel well. Very good. Going to some more lights here. And I'm going to start the IRS. The IRS, we're going to switch to nav, both. And switch the outer knob to heading STS. And oh, wait a second, I made a major fail on me. The battery, we need to close the battery. That's why it was everything so dark. Duh. My apologies. Alright, and we confirmed that we have ground power on. So with the ground power we can do the majority of the programming of the FMC, and let's start. Let's go to the FMC here, see if there's one that's perfect. Alright, enter RS position, that's the message there. So we're going to go to the FMC. We're going to go to position it needs, right 6. We're going to go to page 2, next page. We're going to grab one of these positions, left 4. It's going to copy automatically to the scratch pad here. Okay. We're going to go to the previous page, to page 1, and we're going to copy that to right 4. You just click on a button and the IRS is aligned. Reference airport, Charlie, Yankee, Victor, Romeo, left 2. And I think, if I remember, we chose gate was 94. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was that. All right. Next page, we're gonna leave everything the way it is. Let's go to the init ref. CYVR left 2, gate 94, whatever gate we are, on left 3. We're now looking for one that it's going to be the position of the current airport. So we're going to go to index, we're going to go to ident, sorry, let's try this. We are there, route, menu, index, apologies, performance, next page, no, hold on 1 second, index, takeoff, approach, perhaps on takeoff, the reason why we need to find that page is right here on the route. Actually, origin. Vancouver is already there, so Vancouver, we decided 26 left. Company route, we leave it alone. Destination, Charlie, Yankee, Yankee, Charlie for Calgary, right 1. Flight number, I'm just going to call it the same as the call sign, KFL 600. Or just the 600. Okay. There's 2 pages. Next page is the route. Keep in mind that I have Navigraph here with all our route, and I'm just going to build these points on our routes. Departure. We're going to depart from Vancouver. Sorry, that was a little bit too fast. I'm going to click on left 1, so I clicked on departure arrival button, left 1 for departure. We're going to select first the runway, so it's going to be runway 26 left, and we decided that we are going to use Richmond 7 departure, and that's it, there's no transition. Okay. I'm going to click on departure arrival again, and we're going to click on the arrival button right 2 on the destination airport. We decided that we're going to use the FLAM6 arrival. So there's 7 pages of information and it's by alphabetic order. So we're going to go to the next FLAM6, 11, 17. I'm going to choose 17B because it's probably for the runway 17, not runway 11, 17B arrival. The transition, we decided on transition advox. Or transition NORAD. I'm going to use NORAD, so I'm going to use right click here on the NORAD on the map, information, add to route, and it's going to be after Mateer. Oops, before Mateer. Oops. So Alright, before Matier, so remove. Right click on Norret. Information outer route before Matier. There you go. And that's going to be the route. Cool. So, Norret transition. And then runway 17 right, ILS. Transition. There's no transition. Okay. So far so good. So we have the departure arrivals. All this is done. Let's go to the legs. So legs says that page 1 and 5, we take off and vectors. We decided that we're going to go to, after takeoff, DAPT. Not sure if I can put VOR there. Let's try. YVR. Can I put YVR here? I can. And then to DAPT. I can. And then DAPT Patley. Okay. And then Patley Menbo. Okay, let's go to the next page. Menbo, it's going to be Norret, which is already there. And I'm just going to read here. So Menbo, Norret, so there's a discontinuity there. Norret, Matier, and that's already part of the arrival. However, we have Pipso, and Pipso is not here, is it? It's not. There's Sedel, which is here. So this leg is taking us there. So it's not right. I'm going to delete all these. That Zugav and Urubu is still part of this arrival here. Valid delete. Okay. I wonder why. However, let's go back to, so Menbo. After Menbo, we're gonna go to Norret. Okay. Then from Norret, we're gonna go to Matier. Matier, we're going to go to Alsiv. Alsiv to Immuno. Immuno to Advox. Next page. Advox to Flam. Flam to Sepso. Sepso to Ilero. And Ilero to Vixos. Let me confirm I spell it correct. Victor, India, X-ray, Oscar, Sierra, yeah. Okay. And then Vixos, we are going to Omthum, which is down here, but we don't have Uptown, so I'm going to try to remove Uptown again. And I can't. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Vixos Alero. It's already here. Uptown. Uptown is not here anywhere. It's right here. We don't want that. Okay. So I'm going to click on Alero. And I'm going to join Alero with Sepso. There you go. So now I have Flam, Alero, I don't have Vixos. What happened to Vixos? Vixos disappeared. That's alright, because it's going to be straight in. Let's try Vixos still. Okay, it worked. And now join right there. So we have Alero, Vixos, Omthum, runway 17 right. And we have everything. Just confirm that we have the correct altitudes here. It says that Alero at 6,500, that is correct. Vixos is at 5810. We can put slash 5810. I'm not sure if it's going to take it, but we can try. It does. Okay, good. And it says that is 48. Yeah, matches. So far, so good. Okay, decision height is going to be 200 feet on the ILS DME for runway 17. Let's keep that in mind. 17 right, and we have the ILS frequency here, 10930. Okay, our route is built. We're going to activate now and execute. Okay, climb, we're going to go to 33,000 feet on left one. Speed restriction 250 at 10,000, that is correct. Okay, that's our climb. Cruise target speed, I'm gonna leave that alone. And the descent, I'm gonna leave that alone. Initial reference. I think we can now click on right 5 and request all the information from the computer. And once available, it's going to tell us here that it's available. So it's right now loading. And come on. Message. Performance initiative click ready. Alright, so let's click on left 6 to load, and it's going to fill out all this information here. Cost index is 18. I'm going to change that to 25. If I could clear the message. 25, can I change? No, I can't. Let's leave it at 18. Top of climb, outside temperature is going to be minus 56. Cruise in wind. Let's see on the manifest from SimBrief. I'm going to save this flight, CYVR to CYLW, sorry, CYYC, December, what is today? December 17. Save as a new flight, generate flight. Okay, so this is all the flight information. 39,000 feet is the initial altitude. As per the dispatch, we're not going to do that. Average wind 253, 50 knots. Okay, there's another document that will give us all that information. All our fuel burn, passengers, etc. Everything is in here. We have our suggested routes, and there's another document. If you click on View PDF, this is the flight manifest, and the average wind is right here, which is the same as we did before. 253050. 253-050. Okay, let's execute first. Okay. 253/050. Can we? And there you go. Done. Let's go to the next page. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's the routes. Takeoff. I clicked on routes, and then I clicked on right 6 for the takeoff page. We're gonna take off with flaps 5. It's already giving us the speeds, the V1, VR, and V2. So we're just gonna click on each button next to the speed. Romeo 1, right 2, right 3, and I'm going to click on left 3, and it's going to give us the center of gravity and the trim. So left 3, it's 23.7, left 3 again, and the trim is 556. So we're going to go down to our trim wheel right here, and we're going to adjust to 556. So that's 4 and a half, 5.5, just between 5 and 6. And yes, it's very slow. And that's 5. And 5.5, more or less. That's good. All right. Going back to the FMC, we have that, page 1, page 2, we have that, runway wind. So the runway wind was I'm getting to it. Give me 1 second. There should be the METAR on the SimBrief page. Alright, so let's do this. Departure in Vancouver is 340. 340. The wind's just no. 3407. So runway heading and the wind. The runway heading is 079, but let's just check. Let's information. Down here. Yeah. All right. Runways. 26 left is 263 degrees. 263 / and the winds are 07. So it's going to be 007. Okay. Takeoff speeds deleted. Alright, so let's get them again. New speeds. V1 and VR are the same now. And then V2. Okay. N1 limit. It's giving us 22 derate. That's fine. We're going to keep 22 derate. It's going to give us 91.1% of N1, and I think that's about it. And we have done everything. Okay, so I'm going to keep this here for now on the left hand side of the left monitor, and we're going to carry on with our procedure for engine starts, etc, etc. So first things first, let's confirm that our parking brake is set. It is now. Okay, and let's release a whole bunch of stuff. Menu, FX actions, ground services, and we're gonna remove the chocks. Actually, before that, we're gonna send the stairs away. Next, requests, release stairs. Disconnecting, and then we can go to the doors, and everything is closed. If we go outside, the door is now closed. Come on, a little bit more, and the stairs are gone. And there was a takeoff. And the stairs are gone. Alright, cool. Return, menu. Let's start the APU. All this stuff here is good. Oh, come on. I'm so sorry about these fast switch. We're on ground power, battery, emergency lights here, equipment cooling normal. Let's get the chimes on and fasten your seat belts. Let's get people to start sitting, and let's start with our procedure for the APU. Left fuel valve on, or pump on, and start the APU here. Okay, we're about to start the engines as well, so anti-collision lights on. We can turn off the other lights that I was testing except the logo. Low oil pressure on the APU, so that means that something is happening here and we're just waiting to the start. On the pressurization here on the right hand side, we're going to select our final altitude, which is going to be 33,000 feet. While we wait for the APU to stabilize, so it's going to come down here, stabilizing. Landing altitude, Calgary runway is at 3550, so on the pressurization for the landing altitude 3550. Okay, stable, lead, and APU generators on. Ground power off, and we're going to release the GPU, so back to the FMC. We're going to go to menu, FS actions, and we're going to go to ground services and click on release ground power, and it's disconnecting, and that's all we need to do. We have enough fuel to go to Calgary, so we'll leave everything behind. We'll have everything the way it is. I'm gonna click on legs, and we're gonna check our menu. So our routes on the display here. So I'm just going to walk a little bit backwards with this view. Hopefully it will work. And go down and zoom in a little bit. This is going to be crucial. All right. On the EFS panel, on the left hand side of the autopilot, we're going to select plan, and it's going to change to these circulars. And now on the legs page, if we click step, it's going to give us the next step and basically our routes. I'm going to select 40 or 80, 40 miles, nautical miles on the range, and we're going to go step. So now it's centered on YVR. Yes, it is YVR. Step, Dapt, Betley, Menbo, Noret, Matir, yep, Alsiv, and this is already the approach, and there's no discontinuous there, and into runway 17. Everything matches. Cool. Let's leave it there and click on progress, and we're going to leave this page on the progress so we see how we are doing in terms of fuel. We can check the fuel here and there and continue, so forth, so on. Okay, I'm going to switch back to map on the EFS, and as we are here, might as well adjust our current altimeter, which is, or was, it's going to be on Navigraph, but it's going to be here too. So current altimeter is 2995. So 2995 on the EFS. Actually, let me give you a different view. Come on. What is the view? What is the view that I want? Anyway, here. This would be the best. I'm going to click on the master caution switch turned off, and I'm going to zoom in here. So on the EFS panel, there's the barometer in inches or hectopascal, and the inner button, that's the outer button to select inches. We're going to adjust our current altimeter, 2995 on this wheel. 2995. Perfect. That is good. And there's not much to do. We're going to select a VOR for Vancouver. In here, 113.9, it's already there actually. And if we go to Navigraph, on our wonderful Vancouver here, oh, it's actually 159 apparently. 159. Okay. 115.90 and activate, and that's going to be our VOR. Done. As we are at it, I'm going to put my transponder RTA RA, and I'm going to select 3001 because I can. Ident. I shouldn't do the ident, but let's leave it at there. Okay, we are offline anyway. Cool. Let's go back to the autopilot. So Control 0, and I'm going to walk a little bit to it. I'm going to select already our final altitude. 33,000. And our takeoff heading on the runway was 079, so 079 on the heading. And 079 here. At one point we have to turn left into the VOR, but we will see that in a moment. Okay, initial remember the initial speed on the Richmond 7, it's 165, so we're going to maintain 165 for a while, right here. Okay, and we leave everything the way it is. First we're going to select heading, and then we're going to do VOR lock, and once we are at 7,600 feet into the VOR and whatnot, then we select LNAV, VNAV, and so forth, so on, and we'll keep it going. VOR on the left hand side here is on, flight director left and right is on, auto brakes RTO, flaps 5, and let's confirm. I'm gonna have a huge time. That's 2 and that's 5, and now we can wait for that to get there. Let's go to the overhead and start engines. Left to right, yaw damper on, fuel pumps on. Okay, this section here is done. Everything is good here. The ground power was off just in case. RPU is on. Give another notice to our crew. Window heat on in all of them, and it's raining, it's cold. Pitot heat as well. Hydraulic pumps on. We'll do the anti-ice once the engines are running. Left packs off, right packs off, and these ones as well. Okay. Engine start, we're going to start with engine number 2. So we're going to go engine 2 to ground, and let's see what happens in this screen here. Engine 2 is getting some RPM on N2. Once it gets to 26%, we're going to give it fuel. And that goes 25 and 26 fuel. And now on the engine display on the center screen, we're going to keep an eye on our N1 RPM and exhaust temperature. If it goes above 700 or 500, I believe, we will turn off the fuel and take the aircraft to maintenance. So it's at 500s. Start valve is off and it's clear. It reached 600 and now it's stabilizing at 19. We have a good burn on engine 2. Okay. Let's do the same with engine 1. Switch to ground. And 2 is coming alive. 23%. At 26 we'll inject the fuel. And we'll wait for the N1 to spool up. The exhaust temperature is rising. Should have done the pushback first, but while it's starting up, let's do the pushback. We have very friendly staff on the ground today. Pushback. We're going to select the TPX 200 tug, and I want the nose to the right today because we're going to go to the 26 left. So straight out is good, and turn the nose. To the right, and start
to ground. Go ahead. We've been
Turning
cleared
off
for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left.
Oops, my bad.
Roger that. Ready for pushback. Tail to the left. Release brake brake, please.
Gen 1 on engine 1, Gen 2 on engine 2. before turning off the APU, turn on Gen 1 and Gen 2, generator 1 and 2. APU is off now. Turn on the packs again, turn off the APU bleed. Packs to auto. Yeah, it's on. Now we can start adjusting our cabin lights for the night flying. It's all good here. Let's go up and let's dim the lights. Parking brake release.
Brakes released.
And we should see some movement.
Brakes released, here we go.
And we're moving. Alright, we have some precipitation, so depending on how we will handle the taxi, we will turn on the wiper blades. Request for parking brake set.
Pushback complete. Parking brake set.
Parking brake is set.
Brake set.
Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your right after flight.
Alright, and we are clear for taxi. Alright, ready to taxi. Taxi lights on. On the other upper. Alex, good. Taxi lights on. And start valves to continuous, and everything seems to be correct. Yaw damper on, please. Thank you. Okay, and flaps are on 5. We do have precipitation, and we're ready to taxi. Alright. Parking brakes release. And let's do this thing. To see our way around these lights, especially when there's tugs on the way here. And I'm gonna Turn left here. I think that tug is on our way. I'm gonna turn around because these guys definitely are on our way. It's really hard to see this. Okay, I'm gonna change my turn my lights, all the lights on, so I can try to see something. There should be a taxi line in the air from here, and it's right here. Let's just follow this line. VR would be a little bit better, but we made it. Alright, left on Delta. Taxi all the way to the end. Check if there's traffic. Vancouver Center is online. Let's make this interesting and make a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna stop here. Aprons on the left hand side. Okay, that's interesting. Disturbingly interesting. All right. Let us connect. Settings. It's going to be blur is good. The push stop button is correct. FL 600. Check. We're in. Flight plan. Literally, what I'm going to do is CYVR, CYYC, CYEG. It's going to be right now. Cruising altitude is going to be 33. And we're going to copy the flight plan from our dispatch right here. However, it's going to be direct to YVR, but it's going to be Richmond departure. YVR, and then it's going to be Petley, it's going to be Menbo, and then it's going to be Flem 6 arrival. Alright. Save the flight plan just so we can have for future file flight plan. And let's contact tower. Approach 80s 128-600. Alright, so 128-600. Vancouver grounds, flight craft 600. We are on apron 5, requesting taxi to active.
Flightcraft 600, Vancouver Terminal, hello. Have you received a IFR clearance?
I have not received clearance yet, no.
Okay, Flightcraft 600, are you calling me for IFR clearance?
And Flightcraft 600, we are ready for clearance.
Flightcraft 600, roger, standby number 1. WestJet 1778, call me airborne, Vancouver winds are 310 at 5 knots from Delta 7, clear for takeoff 26 left.
Clear for takeoff, Western 1778.
Flight craft 600, you're cleared to Calgary by the Georgia 6 departure. Flight plan route, runway 26 left, squawk 5350.
Roger, clear to Calgary via Georgia 6 departure, expecting runway 26 left, squawk 5350.
Flight craft 600, feedback correct. Call me for pushback, and yeah.
Roger, we'll call you for pushback momentarily.
Vancouver Terminal, hello, it's FedEx 4462. Sir, is my flight plan and squawk code still valid? I had a sim failure.
FedEx 4462, Vancouver Terminal, hello. Yep, that all looks fine.
Okay, sir, we've started engines. We're ready for taxi for 26 left.
I believe. So
FedEx 4462, Roger, runway 26 left, altimeter 2995. Taxi via Delta 7, hold short 26 left.
it's going to be Georgia.
2995 and Delta 7, hold short 26 left, FedEx 4462.
All right. Okay. It's going to be the same thing. Georgia 6 departure. So departure can be changed. We can, however, I don't know how to.
WestJet 1778, we're passing 1000.
WestJet 1778, Vancouver Terminal, you're identified, climb 16,000.
16,000 for WestJet 1778.
Let's check what the Georgia 6 looks
WestJet
like.
1778, passing 3,000, proceed direct Victoria on course.
Direct to Victoria 3000, WestJet 1778.
FedEx 4462, call me airborne, the Vancouver winds are 310 with 5 knots from Delta 7, clear for takeoff 26 left.
From Delta 7, clear for takeoff 26 left. We'll call you in the air, FedEx 4462.
Alright, so can we do this? Turn the knots. Legs. Can we do here 1,000 feet? No? Alright. Can we do 1,000
Vancouver
feet?
approach, Cirrus 132 Alpha Sierra is descending 11,600 for 4,000 to the Victoria VOR.
Number 135, Alpha Sierra, Vancouver Terminal, hello, squawk 5056.
Right. 5056 for
However,
Cirrus 132 Alpha Sierra,
from
thank
the
you.
charts, what's going to happen is we're going to fly at I was wrong on 079. It's going to be 263, and then the guy's going to give us vectors.
Terminal Air Canada 562, ready for taxi.
Air Canada 562, roger, runway 26 left, altimeter 2995. Are you able to bypass the WestJet 737?
Yeah, we can do that, 562.
Camera 562, roger, taxi Echo Delta 7, hold short 26 left.
Echo Delta 7, hold short 26 left, 562.
Vancouver Flight Craft 600 ready to push back and taxi.
Nanaimo winds and weather, sorry.
Say again, you were blocked?
Yeah, 2 Alpha Sierra. Do you have the Nanaimo weather?
State firm, Cirrus 2 Alpha Sierra does have ATIS Echo for Nanaimo. Or, excuse me, yeah, Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. And when able, say requested approach.
Wait 1, 2 Alpha Sierra.
Vancouver Terminal FedEx 4462 off 26 left, passing 1,300.
FedEx 4062, Vancouver, you're identified, climb 16,000.
16,000, FedEx 4462.
Vancouver ground, flightcraft 600, requesting pushback and taxi.
Okay, that's 2 at once. All stations stand by. I'm trying to sort something out.
Someone is confused today. It's okay. It's only $3,000 an hour in fuel. Take your time.
And 2 Alpha Sierra maintain separate descent at 8,000.
Stopping descent at 8,000 for 2 Alpha Sierra.
Okay, and there's a Westjet trying to call me?
Flightcraft 600, sir.
Hey, that AirCam A320 there. We're ready for taxi whenever.
Westjet 724, roger, runway 26 left, altimeter 29 fast. Taxi, taxi Echo Delta, Delta 7, hold short, 26 left.
Echo Delta, Delta 7, hold short, 26 left, WestJet 724.
Vancouver ground, flightcraft 600, requesting pushback and taxi.
Flightcraft 600, roger, push and start, your discretion, are you ready for taxi?
Ready for taxi.
Flightcraft 600, roger. Taxi Delta, Delta 7, hold short, 26 left, to Vancouver, altimeter 2995.
Taxi 226 left via Delta, Delta 7 will hold short, 2995 on the altimeter, thank you.
In Terminal 2 Alpha Sierra, if we could have the ILS 16, that would be appreciated.
2 Alpha Sierra, roger, you can find the ILS 16 approach, move transition.
Say again the transition for 2 Alpha Sierra, apologies.
You can plan the ILS 16 approach, move transition, then a Nanaimo altimeter 2999er.
Quick move transition, and the altimeter is 2999er for 2 Alpha Sierra, roger.
Flightcraft 600, give way to a Air Canada 737 moving left to right in front of you. Westjet 1778, sorry, you're leaving my airspace, Vancouver Center's offline, so no service to terminate, you can change genre frequencies.
I don't have it.
Westjet 1778.
Air Canada 562, hold short 26 left, traffic comes on.
Holding short 26 left, Air Canada 562.
FedEx 4462, proceed direct Comox on course.
Direct Comox on course, 4462.
And FedEx 4462, leaving my airspace, Vancouver Center is offline, so no service to terminate, you can change genre frequencies. Have a good flight, see ya.
Roger, frequency change approved for FedEx 4462. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good night.
Vancouver Tower, flight craft 600, hold short, runway 26 on Delta 7.
Flight craft 600, Roger, hold short 26 left, traffic on final.
Holding short 26 left, flight craft 600.
2 Alpha Sierra, proceed direct, IC move.
Direct IC move for 2 Alpha Sierra.
Air Canada 562 at Delta 5, line up and wait, 26 left.
Line up and wait in Delta 5, Air Canada 562.
Air Canada 562, call me up around the Vancouver winds, 310 at 5 knots, good for takeoff, 26 left.
26 left, clear for takeoff. We'll call you when airborne 562.
Flight craft 600 at Delta 7, line up and wait, 26 left.
Line up 26 left at flight craft 600.
Flight craft 600 on departure, fly heading 247, Vancouver winds, call me airborne, the Vancouver winds 310 at 5 knots, clear for takeoff, 26 left.
Fly heading 247 after departure, and we'll call you when airborne, flight craft 600.
Terminal Air Canada 562, 1000 for 7000, runway heading.
Air Canada 562, Vancouver, you're identified, climb 16,000.
Climb 16,000, 562.
Your speed's alive. B knots.
V1.
B2.
What's that, 724 at Delta 7, line up and wait, 26
You're
left.
up.
Line up wait 26 left, Delta 7, Western 724.
Vancouver, flight craft 600 airborne.
Flightcraft 600, roger, confirm squawking mode Charlie and 5350. Flightcraft 600, confirm squawking 5350 mode Charlie. Oh,
5350 on squawk.
Flightcraft 600, you're identified, climb 8,000.
8,000, Flightcraft 600.
Flightcraft 600, turn off heading 170.
170 in the heading, Flightcraft 600.
Airspeed full. Airspeed full.
Air Canada 562, turn left heading 170.
Left heading 170, Canada 562.
WestJet 724, call me airborne, Vancouver winds 310 at 5 knots. From Delta 7, clear for takeoff 26 left.
Clear for takeoff 26 left, calling in the air, WestJet 724.
Flightcraft 600, proceed right DAPIT on course.
Proceed depth on course, Flightcraft 600.
And Flightcraft 600, climb 16,000.
Call you back on 166,000, Flightcraft 600.
And Flightcraft 600, confirm you're going to climb to 16,000.
16,000, Flightcraft 600.
2 Alpha Sierra, when ready, descend 3,000.
Descending 3,000 to Alpha Sierra.
And 2 Alpha Sierra, confirm that's a when ready, descend 3,000.
When ready, descending 3,000 to Alpha Sierra.
Air Canada 562, proceed direct Victoria on course.
Direct Victoria, Air Canada 562.
Terminal WestJet 724, passing 1.6 for 7,000.
WestJet 724, Vancouver Terminal, you're identified. Air Canada 562, you're leaving my airspace, Vancouver Center's offline, so don't lose to terminate. You can switch to 100 frequencies, yeah.
Unicom, Air Canada 562, have a good night.
Flightcraft 600, confirm you're turning left direct DAPIT on course.
Direct to depth, correct, sir. Just having a little bit of a change here.
Roger, you can fly heading 2070.
Is that for Flightcraft 600?
Yeah, flighting 070. Let me know when you're able to direct DAPIT.
070 directed up. Why is it not?
WestJet 724, turn left heading 170.
170, WestJet 724.
And WestJet 724, climb 16,000.
16,000, WestJet 724.
Flightcraft 600, you're leaving my airspace, Vancouver Center's offline, so then let's terminate. You can switch to 100 frequencies. Have a good flight, yeah.
Thanks, sir. Have a good night.
WestJet 724, proceed direct all Nauta and clear.
Direct all Nauta, WestJet 724.
Two Alpha Sierra, by X-Move cleared the Nanaimo ILS 16 approach.
That was after ICMOVE cleared the Nanaimo ILS 16 approach for 2 Alpha Sierra.
All stations, terminal closing in about 1 minute.
Alright, and we are going to connect from Vatsim. That was a little bit of a kerfuffle, but as you can see, we are flying our Navigraph route, and the aircraft is doing what we wanted it to do. And we are 40 nautical miles of depth. We're coming to 18,000 feet transition altitude, and we're going to switch to standard altimeter 2992. And we're standard. And now we just sit back and relax. So we switched from progress to routes, progress to legs, and it was showing Matir at flight level 198, and there was a top of descent here on the map, as well as on the progress. It was saying here 2 top of descent and how many nautical miles. Right now it's saying the end of descent is in 119 nautical miles. So that's after all these. So there was the light for the FMC, there was a scratch pad saying set MCP altitude. I switched to legs, and then it gave me Matir, the next waypoint for flight level 198, and I changed the altitude on the autopilot from 37,000 feet down to 19,800, and I waited literally 20 seconds to 30 seconds, didn't do anything else, and eventually this showed up here on the navigation display, that graph, as well as it started automatically descending, so there was no intervention on that side. As we are descending to our destination, might as well just grab the wind information here, the latest one. So we're going to open up the information on Calgary Airport and open the airport on Navigraph. And so we're going to click on weather and just read the weather. Calgary Airport, so on the 18th, the current month at 0540 Zulu. 1806, 1906. I have to double check what that means. I can't recall what that means. Winds are 280 at 10 knots, so the winds has changed. We should go to the south runways. So we can just continue our approach, go to the south, and then turn around to runway 35 left. We'll check 35 left. 6 statutory plus 6 statutory miles of visibility, so it's higher than 6 statutory miles, and sky's clear. I'm sorry, let me correct this. This is the TAF, not the METAR. So 1806 to 19. So from the day 18 from the 18th day of the current month at 6:06 Zulu to the next day on the 19th of the current month at 06 Zulu. So never mind about this. Let's go back to the METAR. I didn't notice that it was a TAF. Thermal area forecast. METAR. Calgary on the 18th day of the current month, 6 a.m. Zulu. Winds are 280 at 14 knots, gusting 24 knots. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. So we are definitely going to the south of the airport again. So we're just going to turn around and follow manual. There's no live ATC in Calgary today, so we're just going to do a different approach. Skyler at 26,000 feet, plus 6 is the temperature, dew point is -5, current altimeter 2987. So we'll leave it at standard, but 2987. So I'm just going to prepare that. So it's almost like right now it's on standard, but I'm already prepared to the 2987. Might as well get the charts for the 26, right? So basically I'm going to go to here, remove 17, remove 17, remove the plan, and now we have to find another arrow. So we're going to go to 35 left at routes. Arrivals available. We are going to use, what are we going to use? Not your Flam 6 still. That we're going to use that one. And that's going to be the new one. So we're going to continue on our descent on the initial Flam 6. From Flam it's going to go, we are going to go to Otmag, Salav, Meska. So let's edit all this on our flight management computer. Approach available. We're going to do ILS 35 right. 35 left, 35 left, sorry. So, ILS 35 left here. Good, very good. What is it doing here? Oh, this is the missed approach. Alright, let's quickly edit all our points here. So we're still sending to 19800, so we're still on time. We need to go to our routes. To our LEDs page. And edit a bunch of stuff here. No, don't mess up, What are you doing? Control 3. Alright, so we have Flam. After Flam, we're gonna go to Otmag. Back to Salav. Salav, Meska, Meska. Meska Gabol. Gabol-Bovitz. Okay. Next page. And go to departures, arrival, 35 left. Legs again. Next page. And I'm going to grab 35 left and join right here. Execute. We have new instructions here. We are 19500. We are going to, where are we going to? Let's zoom in on the page here. Amunu. We're going to maintain this altitude here for a little longer. but it's telling on our approach that we should be at 7,300 feet. So let's go down to 7,300 and let's wait to see what happens. Trust these, or we can adjust. It's telling us that we should be at 7,300, so I'm going to do a flight level change. And we're starting to descend. Say we want to be at 78,000 at FLAM. Okay, so I'm going to edit FLAM 8,000. FLAM execute. It's going to adjust its sense to get to FLAM at 8,000. It's not giving us any other altitudes, so we're going to maintain the 8,000 here. There's 5,800 here. Let's see the ILS chart. see 5,500 to Otmag, so they want to descend and then climb. We're going to do 6,100 or Otmag into Corsica. Lev is going to be 6,100 still. And switching from standard to current altimeter. And 6,100 Chemaska. It seems that it's descending at a certain altitude to get to Otmag at 6,100. airport at our 11 o'clock. Actually negative. The airport is almost at our 12 o'clock. It's telling us that we are too high to where we should be, so I'm going to do flight level change. I'm going to slow down to 220 knots, 210 knots. That's what the charts are saying. Versus 365. off again and see what's going to happen. Right, and we said that the decision height is 200 feet. Right. I don't need distance anymore. I need approach B5 left. Decision height is 200. Down. RTO. Another notch of flaps. We're supposed to be at a ball at 6,500. We're at 61. That's okay. And we're going to start descending here very shortly. We are on final. back slope.
Airspeed full. Airspeed full.
We have a crosswind, 11 knots from 265 degrees.
Traffic. Traffic.
See the traffic.
Traffic. Traffic.
I don't see the traffic.
Traffic.
Oh, come on. Oh, what's going on? Calgary. I have to keep my eyes on the, cannot be distracted. Alright, we're gonna exit on the next one here. Of course, we had a AI silly car coming in. There you go. That's how we deal with those. Alright. Let us prepare all this stuff. Let's go to right. Taxi lights on. Have fuel on the center tanks, that's alright. Starting the APU. Oops. That's it. That's all we need for now. Flaps up. And taxi to the gate. APU should be started now. It's stabilizing still. If we go straight on this taxiway, we'll eventually get to the main terminal. right here. The one for WestJet. Alright. Parking brake set. Let's shut off the engines. Before we shut off the engines, oh, we have the AP on, so that's fine. So let's go to the pedestal, not pedestal here, but turn off the engines. Let's go to the FMC and request grounds power. Still don't understand. Oh, I see. I understand. Fuel lamps off. Turn off. Nice. Keep this on. Hydraulic. Anti-ice off. Probes and beat off. Ground power is available. And now we can turn off the APU. APU lead off. Let's request the stairs. Let's request a jetway and see what happens. It's too dark, we cannot see. Overhead panel, anti-collision lights off. Stairs. Request stairs is arriving, and we're going to request front left door to open, turn, and we don't need anything else from here. Let's leave it alone. The stairs should be arriving, and they are. Things are left to do is to turn conductor off. All the generators are off. Ground power is on. Technically we could turn it off. And batteries off. Bit. There are lights, which is going to be this one. Flight is completed. Let's see what Valenta has to say. Charlie Yankee 600, Charlie Yankee 600. Go. We have the flight right here, and 169 at 144 knots. Not too bad. Great flight. And it shows us how we took off the line if we wanted to play, and if we play it at 32 that's it. There we go. Full flight. All done and turning it off.